we have some great questions that the Project Humanities team got ready for us. We'd really like to have an interactive discussion with you all tonight. So the first thing we'd like to talk about is that we really saw in this film lessons that emphasized healthy emotional development for children.
Beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day.
One of the first things that Mr. Rogers said in the film was child development is like modulation, right? And so we teach our children from early on, it's okay to cry, it's okay to, be upset, it's okay to have these emotions. And so social emotional development to me and to what I do every day is letting people have that space and that time to feel.
A lot of times parents don't have time or they're busy, and I found that as a teacher, parents weren't addressing certain issues with children. But this is kind of a show that kids can look at and watch and relate to.
Well, first I want to point out that some of the devices that he used have endured. He speaks directly to the child through the television and pauses, asks questions, and pauses to answer. We would call that now interactivity, right? And now when you see a lot of children's programming, interactivity is built in. I don't know how many of you have seen Dora the Explorer, but there is a moment where she asks, what is your name? Or she'll ask questions or have them somehow interact with the show itself.
And one of the things that resonated, still does with me about this experience of growing up with the Children's Corner and Fred Rogers was how he prepared us as little kids on how to deal with fear and being afraid. And the one thing that the documentary did not go into, and I just want to give you some context of what was going on in the Pittsburgh public schools at the same time. We were Dr. Salk's guinea pigs. We were the ones who were getting all the polio vaccines as the test case for the whole country and the whole world. Looking back at it, because of the preparedness we received from Mr. Rogers in that show, we did not have the fear of those shots.
Fred Rogers addressed children directly to camera. There were no children in the studio appearing on camera, which I think is really interesting and unusual. And he and the documentary noticed and said very explicitly that Fred Rogers stayed in his house, and then there was the land of make-believe, and the two were separate, acknowledging that children have their fantasy lives and their interior lives, but Fred Rogers would always try to speak straightforwardly, directly to fears and anxieties and hopes, and that's not the case with a lot of other children's television shows.